Hi guys, my name's Chase and welcome to the channel, or welcome back if you've already explored this page and you're returning. I'm gonna talk a little bit about a subject that's been important to me for a very long time, and it's important to a lot of native tribes. And so let me tune in and just ground all of this down. Yeah, so I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the native tribes that live in America. And this also goes for native tribes that live outside of the United States as well. Um, a lot of these tribes, if not all of them, have had these prophecies for the world for the longest of time. And many of these tribes are now finally saying that we are living the prophecy. I'm getting chills as I'm starting to say this. What the prophecy is that humanity would come into a time where we would learn or realize and finally really start to learn the repercussions of that money can't buy everything. You can't fix problems with buying something off or paying somebody off. And that there's a deep respect that must be re-given to the land. And also kind of in this time, the prophecy states to where the native languages, the native wisdom starts to be repressed and forgotten, and the native tribes start to stop speaking their native languages. And for the longest time, this is going to be a sensitive subject, and I'm just going to straight out say it. White people, and this is coming from me as well. I'm a white man in this life. A lot of this comes from disrespect coming from the white person. And there's multiple angles coming in. Native tribes are now okay, let's travel back. This wisdom has been retained and hidden from a lot of us because a lot of us have been aspects of those who have tarnished the wisdom that has been passed down. And by a lot of us, I should say some of us. And so that is in part why the wisdom from these native tribes have been kept secret, why certain things are not supposed to be shared with outsiders, etc., because for the longest time, it's not meant to be shared. But given these prophecies that a lot of these native tribes are saying that we're living in now, they're starting to share more of that wisdom with outsiders because they feel it's the right time to do so. Because we are now coming into a state of being where we're more receptive to listening, to understanding, to learning, to growing, to loving. Those which are not in complete the similar belief patterns that we have. The prophecy also states too about this spiritual sickness that I know a lot of us, I imagine that you as somebody watching can pinpoint to in the world today. A very deep spiritual sickness that a lot of people have just become very disconnected from themselves as well as the world. Kind of just in this own little bubble, so to speak. And also that's not to mention too, COVID. So COVID took out a lot of the wise elders of some of these native tribes in America too. So COVID was like a very big thing for the native tribes. That's kind of what really sparked some of these people's realizations that say that we are living in the prophecy. I've had chills literally like 3 different times while I'm stating this very short video. But so yeah, if you are a white person watching this, and if this is triggering you, I understand. Um, traveling back to when I was kind of awakening into these experiences and understandings, it was triggering to me because I was like, oh, I'm not a bad person, you know, like I don't do these things, I don't think this way. But it's such a very, very deep-seated energy, if you will, that doesn't just exist in this life, but it existed in because it existed in our ancestors as well as us within past lives. It is just so deeply ingrained and rooted. But yeah, part of my mission, a big part of my mission is to reconnect with this wisdom from a lot of these native tribes and to um, connect, if you will, more of that wisdom to other people. Because I also think a lot of how we perceive native tribes today, how some people perceive native tribes today is just so wrong. And I'll just leave it at that, wrong. Like they have just, it's a very, they're misperceiving what their native tribes are and what they do. So I think I'm gonna leave it at this for now, but like it's just we are living in the prophecy. And if you are somebody that this resonates with, um, we're basically like on the way it feels to me, it's like we're kind of undoing this backwards way of living and connecting to some of this sacred information through these native tribes who have literally been holding it down for so long, holding it down and literally for so long. Um, we need them and we need their knowledge, we need their connection. We really need each other. So um, there's also some native tribes too. This is just coming in that when they're praying, when they're like, you know, calling upon energies to help bless themselves, if you will, which they do through connecting to many different spirits. They also are doing it for the whole planet. So they do this for the entire like population of all life on Earth, all of humanity. So they're not just praying for their tribe or their neighborhood or their specific family, but it's like a whole collective thing, which I think that a lot of us could take an example from, you know. Um, so yeah, I plan on it's my dream. Like seriously, I've shared this with a few people already, and because it's so strong in my body, I really would love for this to happen, to be invited onto native land in Arizona, native reservation land, whether that's Navajo Nation or Hopi, or, you know, maybe another tribe that would want to welcome me. But like, I would love that. And not just to, I mean, really, so that I can learn more, but also so that I can share more of that true wisdom with other people. Because something that I've been as I've start to speak on it, I really get this message from my guides to like discern what you say to keep respect for really the true teachings of these tribes. That's a very important thing to, at least to me, as I'm walking this path right now. So I want to share more. I want to share a lot more, but I want to respect the process of that. So yeah, I don't know, guys, maybe I can be invited sometime and yeah, learn more, but would truly love that. I feel like that's really why I'm out in Arizona right now. Like for the past year that I've been out here, I've kind of just been like, why am I out here? Aside from just the physical space needed to like for this transformation to take place. But coming into this energy, it's like, that makes sense, a lot of sense. And it feels really resonating within my heart. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. I have an afternoon to attend to. So sending you guys lots of love. I hope you are all well. It's definitely eclipse season because yeah, it's just definitely eclipse season of having to like slow and just enjoy the relaxation, even though like there's busyness. So sending you guys lots of love. I'll see you guys soon.